Grab hold of me.
No, put me down. Let me go. Don't see.
You will see, Kino, very shortly indeed.
We went through it and it's 20 stories down!
Superman! Up in the sky. Look! It's a bird!
It's a plane!
It's Superman! And now, Superman, eighth wonder of the modern world. Visitor from a distant planet whose strength knows no limits, whose endurance is beyond anything humanity has ever known. We have seen how the child of Jor-El and Lara was placed in the rocket ship and sent on his way to Earth. During the long journey of the rocket ship to the Earth, the child has become a man. The rocket landed in a desert. Superman stepped forth full grown to explore this strange new world in which he found himself. Today, as our story continues, we find him hovering with his curious power above a quiet highway in Indiana. A trolley car is just pulling up the hill, and as Superman wheels and turns in curious flight, unseen below, and a boy come out of the shed that serves as waiting room.
Morning, Professor.
Good morning.
Going into town?
Yes, that's right, John. Taking Jimmy to the fair.
That is a great show, all right. Well, I reckon you're my only passengers. Make yourselves at home. I'm going to get me a drink of water.
All right.
Why, Dad, we've got the trolley all to ourselves.
Yes, regular private car.
Where'd the motormen go?
And just over to the spring for a drink. It's a mighty hot day.
You'd better hurry or we'll be late.
We can't start without the motorman.
But we are starting. Look, Dad. The doors have closed. We're moving.
Yes, what happened?
Dad, I want to get out.
The brakes. Something happened to the brakes.
Let's get out, quick. Open the doors.
They're jammed. They're tight shut.
Dad, we're going faster and faster. We're going downhill. Dad, what are we going to do?
Jimmy, come here.
The window. Out the window, Dad. Get it open. Smash it.
Oh, wait.
Jump, Dad. Jump.
No. It's too late. Going too fast.
We've got to, Dad. Look, there ahead. There's a tree.
Jimmy.
A tree. A tree's falling right in the tracks.
Look. There in the sky. It's a man.
Why, he's flying.
It can't be. It's not possible.
Dad, he's coming straight at us.
Grab hold of me.
No, put me down. Let me go.
Stop it.
One under each arm. Out through the top. Hold on. We're going to crash. Well, we just got out of that in time. Trolley car's a wreck. Smashed into a million pieces.
Where are you going? What are you doing to us?
What's happening? Put us down.
Don't be frightened. You're all right. I had to get you out of there in a hurry. Pulling off that roof was the only way. Now we're going down again. Down. Down. There you are. Safe and sound in the field.
Well, I don't know what to say.
Quite all right, Professor. Getting you and the boy out of that car was nothing.
I can't believe it.
Who are you, anyway? Where do you come from?
I have no name. I come from a world that no longer exists. Here in this world of yours, men would call me a Superman.
It's a dream. A wild, impossible dream.
But, Dad, it happened. We saw it. He flew down, took us under his arm.
And out of the car, that's all. Nothing so strange about that.
And you saved our lives, Jimmy's and mine. I don't understand even now, but I'm grateful.
Are you, Professor?
Do you doubt it?
Would you do something to prove it?
Would we? Anything at all.
Then make me a promise. Promise that you'll say nothing at all about what's happened.
What? Don't you want people to know?
Not just yet. I want no one to know, except those I help. Will you promise?
If you wish.
I do, believe me.
Then you have our word. Is that all?
No. You've given me your promise. Now I want your advice.
You want advice from us?
You know this world. I am a stranger. You know the people in it. And I have still to find them out.
You want to meet men, is that it?
Not meet them, Professor. Observe them. Study them. See them at their best and their worst. Know which to help and when help is needed.
if you can tell me that.
Dad, can we help him?
Well, I think so, Jimmy, if that's what he wants.
It would mean a great deal to me.
Well, my friend, if we can call you that,
I hope we can.
My first friends on this earth.
to mingle with people, to see men at the highest and the lowest, if that's what you want. Now, let me think. Now, how about a newspaper, a great metropolitan daily?
A newspaper?
Well, yes, join their staff. Be a reporter.
Oh, but you can't do it in those clothes. Not that blue costume with the cloak and shield on your breast. Gee, you couldn't.
Jimmy, these are the cloak and the shield of Superman. If I become as other men, I shall dress as other men.
Well, you'll have to assume some kind of a name. What do they call you?
I have no name.
Well, how about Clark Kent? That sounds all right.
Yes, why not? It's usual enough. Won't attract attention.
Clark Kent. Clark Kent. Yes. And about joining a newspaper. That should give me an opportunity to learn the troubles of men, to know whom to help and when help is needed. I'll do it. Many thanks to both of you for your advice.
Well, no thanks are necessary. If there were only something more...
Just this. Remember your promise. Never to reveal my identity. And now, goodbye. I've stayed too long, and I'm off. Goodbye. 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 They're right. Superman must become a reporter. A reporter by the name of Clark Kent. Clark Kent. I'll do it.
Ready, roll. White.
Listen, Chief. You better get somebody in that railroad story right away.
Anything break?
Looks bad. I don't know where your dope came from, but it sure was right.
Where are you now?
To the yards out of town. If I were you, I'd have somebody watch the man they call the Wolf.
The Wolf.
That's what I do, Chief. Watch him. Trail him. Follow him every minute. He's at the bottom of this as sure as you're born. Oh, hey, I gotta beat it. Someone's coming. Oh.
Excuse me, Mr. White. That young man's still waiting.
What, young man? Oh, the one who wants a job? Well, let him wait. Who have we got that's free?
McCann's on the coast. Grayson's down in Virginia. Most of the day men are full up.
I knew it. Confound it's always the way. Something breaks and nobody to handle it.
What is it, Mr. White?
Railroads. Sabotage. I didn't believe it, but there may be something in it after all. If there is...
Yes, sir?
If there is, Miss Smith, it'll be the biggest story since Lindbergh. And me short-handed. Oh, what's the use?
Yes, sir. About that man.
Oh, send him in. Send him in.
Yes, sir. Come in, Mr. Kent. Mr. White will see you now.
You want to see me?
My name is Kent. Clark Kent.
What can I do for you, Mr. Kent?
Well, Mr. White, you can give me work, I hope.
Work? On the paper?
Yes, sir. I'd like to be a reporter.
No, you'd like to be a reporter. What papers have you worked on?
Well, none, sir, but...
Oh, you haven't. But you think you'd be a whiz. Well, I'm afraid I can't use you, Kent.
You mean you haven't any openings?
Not for greenhorns.
I'm sorry if I'm blunt.
But, Mr. White, even if I am a greenhorn, suppose I brought you a good story.
And where would you get it? I'm afraid you'll have to excuse me, Mr. Kent.
A really good story?
Such as...
Such as the complete inside on the man called the Wolf on the Western Railroads?
What's that?
You heard me. Do you want that story?
Do I want it? Well, I should say I do. But look here.
I think I could get it for you, Mr. White.
What do you know about the Wolf? Where did you ever hear his name?
Connection with railroads, Mr. White.
Oh, stop beating around the bush. I only heard the beginning of that myself yesterday morning. Not a paper in the country's carried a line, and yet...
Yet I'd come in here and talk about it. I think I could do something with it, Mr. White.
Now, look here, Kent. Mysterious secret messages have threatened to tie up every railroad in the country, beginning with the Western. For a while, the road paid no attention. And then the cracked flyer on the P&R went off a bridge.
Yes, I read about that.
Yeah, natural. But you didn't read about the warnings because they weren't printed.
Weren't printed?
No, and they won't be. Not until we've checked all the angles. And then this man, the Wolf.
Oh, yes, the Wolf.
Now, where do you come in? How did you get to know the Wolf? Excuse me. Say your own, White.
My friend, tomorrow night, the Silver Clipper leaves Denver for the west. It will not arrive in Salt Lake City.
Hey, what's that? Who's this?
I have been called the Wolf. Goodbye.
Hey, come back here.
Yes, Mr. White?
Where did that call come from?
I'm sorry, sir. The party...
Nuts.
I beg your pardon, sir, but if that call did come from the Wolf, I should be inclined to believe it.
Huh? How do you know who that was?
If I were you, I'd warn the officials in charge of the Silver Clipper.
Look here. You couldn't hear that phone. What is this? How do you know who called me?
As I was saying, Mr. White, suppose I brought you a good story. The story of the Silver Clipper and the Wolf.
I take chances, Kent. I'm going to take a chance on you.
Thank you, Mr. White.
It's 2,000 miles. You'll have to hop a plane.
I'll get there, Mr. White, in spite of the weather.
Lord, I hadn't noticed the weather. Well, get to the airport anyway.
You rang, Mr. White?
Miss Smith, this is Clark Kent, temporarily attached to our staff. You'll note I said temporarily.
Yes, sir.
Kent leaves for the west for the first plane. Get him tickets and a $200 advance.
Mr. White, all planes are grounded.
That's all right, sir. I'll get there.
Take him outside. Show him what he needs to know.
Mr. White, I'd like to thank you.
Oh, let it go, Kent. Let it go. You get a story and you get a job. You're either clairvoyant or the luckiest guesser alive. Either way, I can use you.
This way, Mr. Kent.
Thank you, Miss Smith. Nice of you to show me around.
Pretty lucky, I'll say. 100 good newspaper men walking the streets, and you step right into a job.
I say, I am lucky.
You wait in here. The anteroom's the cashier's office.
Well, I really don't need an advance.
Oh, playboy in disguise, eh? Wait here.
What a rotten night.
Don't fall out that window. It's 20 stories down.
Beautiful view, even in the fog.
You wait right here till I get your money. Then I'll introduce you to a few real newspaper men.
Plane's grounded. 2,000 miles to go. Sorry, Miss Smith. I'm afraid I can't wait. Clark Kent may need a plane, but Superman doesn't. Up with the window. And out.
Ted, I hope I didn't keep you waiting too... What?
Miss Smith! Miss Smith! What's wrong?
That man! Did he go out, that Clark Kent?
Nobody went through the city room.
He didn't go out. Well, I left him right here, the window. Oh, the open window, he went through it, and it's 20 stories down.
How did he went out through the window?
24 hours to go. The Silver Clipper leaves Denver tomorrow night on her way to Salt Lake City. And that man who calls himself the Wolf, have to find out who he is, too. Said the train would never get there. We'll see, Wolf. We'll see. If you're up to something, look out. Because the other side has Superman.
Hey, listen, boss. Will you please tell me what we're doing out here now? The Silver Clipper ain't due till tomorrow. Don't even leave Denver till tomorrow afternoon.
Very true, Kino. But the Western Limited is due in exactly 10 minutes.
Well, what are you going to do with the Limited?
I warned various people and newspapers that something would happen to the Silver Clipper tomorrow night. As it will. So far, they've chosen to ignore me. Very well. When they see what overtakes the Limited in slightly less than 10 minutes, they will pay more attention to me when I call again.
Now listen, boss. What is this, a game? What are you trying to do?
Why ask me, Kino? Do I know any more than you? We're told to paralyze the railroads. That's all. But it's enough. We obey orders.
Well, whose orders? Where did they come from?
Yours come from me. And you know what happens, Kino, if you disregard them. Shall I tell you again?
No, never mind.
Very well. Come outside. Not long to wait now. The limit is on time. We should begin to hear her.
I don't hear nothing.
Ah, she is on time. Have you done what I told you?
Yeah, I done it. But I don't see...
You will see, Kino, very shortly indeed.
Hey, what are you trying to do? Scare him to death?
Listen now to what I tell you.
I'm listening.
That train will be going over that trestle down there in another 7 or 8 minutes.
So what?
At the end of the trestle, as you can see, Kino, the track turns and runs along the cliff on the mountainside.
Yeah, I see.
The mountains to one side, very steep and abrupt, then the track, then the canyon, 300 feet deep.
Hey, listen. You gonna throw him down the canyon? The whole 10 cars?
As I said before, all you have to do is obey orders.
All right. What do I do?
You wait till the train has crossed the trestle, then you fire the charge.
Right away?
Count 10, if you like.
All right. And then what?
Then events will take their natural course. After which you will come back and join me in the cabin.
Hey, she's coming. I'm coming fast.
Moving, my friend. Let her cross the trestle. Then count 10.
Good. Still following the railway. Ought to be getting fairly close to Denver. Looks like a long trestle up ahead. I'd get aboard that train if it weren't so slow. I'll drop down a bit and look it over. Might do it anyway. Ride in as Clark Kent. What's that man on the side of the mountain doing? Looks like he's got a charging battery for dynamite blasting. Something queer about that. Seems to be waiting. He's waiting for the train. Gonna blast it right off the tracks. This looks like some of your dirty work, Wolf. Well, here's where Superman takes a hand. I've got to stop that train. I'll get aboard and they'll stop and put me off because I have no ticket. It's got to be fast. 90 miles an hour. Good speed for a train, but it can't leave Superman behind. There's the observation platform. What luck. Nobody on it. Now then. Grab the platform rail. There. Leap on board. Now to join the passengers is Clark Kent, cub reporter for the Daily Planet. Off for the Cape, into ordinary clothes, and inside.
Tickets, please. All tickets. Tickets west of the Pueblo. All tickets, please. Tickets, please. May I have your ticket, please?
Oh, I'm sorry, conductor, but I've lost it.
No, you've lost it. And I'm afraid that I'll have to ask you to pay the fare.
Now, you know, I'm terribly sorry, but I seem to have lost my money, too.
I thought so. You've been riding the blinds and figured you'd sneak in here where it's warm. Well, we know how to deal with bums like you.
Yes, that's right, conductor. Stop the train and put me off. I don't mind.
Huh? Say, who are you?
Clark Kent, reporter for the Daily Planet. But that's all right. I ought to be more careful. Teach me a good lesson.
Well, I guess I'll take a chance. If you're really a reporter, you're liable to write up a story about getting kicked off our train. You can stay where you are, but
look here.
I'll take care of you when we get to town.
And if you're not a reporter... Good, I overplayed it. Great Scott, I better do something, and quick, too. We're on the trestle. Where's that emergency cord?
Hey, what's going on here? Who pulled that cord?
I did, Conductor. I'm terribly sorry.
Sorry? Well, you better be sorry. Here, come back here. Come back here.
I can't stay, Conductor. My conscience bothers me. I'll just jump off right where we are on the trestle.
You come back here.
Oh, I'll be all right. Don't worry about me.
I got you. No, you can't get away this time. Now, you stay right here.
I want to get off.
Well, you ain't getting off. You'll go to jail for this. You come back up them steps.
Look, up the mountain, Conductor. That flash. Up the mountain. Great Scott, Conductor, look what's coming.
Oh, Lord save us, it's a rock slide. Tons of rock coming down on the track.
Listen to it.
And right ahead of us, too. Took the tracks out like two pieces of string. Oh, Lord. And now they're all coming out to find out what happened. It's all right. It's all right, ladies and gentlemen. No danger. Just a rock slide up ahead. That's all. There may be a slight delay.
Delay? You don't think you can dig through that, do you?
Now get back in the train, please. Get back. It's dangerous out here. Back on board, please. We may be held up a little while. Back on board, everybody, please. We'll be pulling out directly.
Now then, Conductor, I think you owe me a vote of thanks.
Oh, you do you? Well, what makes you think that?
Well, use your eyes, man. Where would you be now if I hadn't stopped the train?
Huh? Well, now, there may be something in what you say. I'm not denying if we'd been going our regular speed, we'd have got that rock slide right about the third car.
I'll say you would. You'd have been down in that canyon, too. And it's 300 feet deep. As a matter of fact, that's where you were intended to be.
Oh, is it? Well, what makes you think so?
Goodbye, Conductor. I'll see you later.
Hey, you come back here. Catch that guy. Joe, Mike, don't let him get away from the dog. Where'd you go? Catch him. Catch him.
20 tons of rock. Why, that's nothing. Hardly a workout. Anything to put a crimp in the Wolf's plans. And Clark Kent, reporter, simply must be in Denver by morning. First of all, down into the canyon for the missing rails. There they are. Now, back to the roadbed. I never swept up a rock slide before, but there's nothing like trying. Here we go. Ha! Why, it's nothing. I'll have the line clear before that conductor knows I've gone. The Limited will be in Denver in an hour.
Well, Kino, all done? What happened?
No, nothing happened.
Nothing happened. What do you mean?
One of them things, boss. The train stopped on the trestle.
Stopped? That train never stops.
Well, it stopped this time, and a guy got out, and I didn't know, so I shot the stuff.
Yes, I heard it.
Well, didn't you come out to look?
I thought I'd better stay hidden.
Well, there was a rock slide, and that's all. The train wasn't scratched. The line's blocked, but the train ain't hurt.
This man who got out, who was he?
After the slide, I snuck down and joined the mob, see? I heard him talking about a newspaper guy and looking for him. Name of Clark Kent.
Kent? I don't know him.
Well, you better, because he knows us.
What's that?
I don't know. All I can tell you is they're looking for him.
Clark Kent, a newspaper man, who knew enough to stop that train. Well, we shall look for him too, my friend.
We'll have lots of time. They won't get the line clear this side of Sunday.
We shall look for this Mr. Kent, and when we find him... the train. They've decided to go back to Pueblo. Let's look. Kino, that train.
What?
It's going west.
Why, it can't be. Hey, well, what the...
But it is. It's on its way to Denver.
Why, it can't be. Why, there was 20 tons of rock on the line.
Look for yourself, Kino. It's not possible. It's not human. But look. Well, very well. We go to Denver too, Kino, at once, to find out what goes on, and to take care of Mr. Kent, the newspaper man. Get the plane ready.
Less than 24 hours to solve the plot and save the Silver Clipper. But now the Wolf is hard on Clark Kent's trail. What happens in Denver when daylight comes? When Clark Kent breaks the story, and when the Wolf meets Superman. Tune in and don't miss it. And remember, be with us again for the next thrilling installment of Superman.
Up in the sky. Look! It's a bird.
It's a plane.
It's Superman!